Hello, hi, this is Rani Ahmed with you, and this is lesson 21 on how to program TCL on Cisco routers. Now, in this lesson I'm going to talk about the init script, okay? Before we talk about the init script, okay, I have to tell you what we're going to initialize here. The init means initializing, okay? So, this is our script here. I've recollected the functions or the methods or the procedures that we had, or the custom commands, if you want to say, from the previous lessons, which are the factorial, the power, okay, and the export, and the mass ping, okay, and this is the version of the for loop mass ping, not the for each, which is depending on the variable of type list, okay. And also so what I want to say is that when I load this as an initializing script, this means that the functions, okay, that they will always be there for me once I go to the TCL shell. I don't have to use the source command like we used to do in the previous lessons, okay, or the one that's the source command that's related to TCL, okay. And also it's always will be like a library of functions, okay, and procedures. So let me explain a little bit things that I did not talk about in the previous lessons, okay, regarding procedures. Now, if we look here in the mass ping, okay, I've made some kind of validation, so make sure that the minimum number, okay, is always a greater minimum is always less than the maximum. So what I did is, if the minimum is greater than the maximum, give an error and return. But the problem here is that there is nothing here. See what I'm putting this scrambling of, or this mix of characters, okay. So there's nothing. So this means that the function itself must quit as soon as it sees the word return, okay. And because return doesn't take any value here, so this means that mass ping will not return any value, okay. Now and the same I did here, some kind of validation whether the minimum is between 254 and 1, similarly for the maximum, okay. So it will not do any kind of ping and will not pass through the for loop to do pinging between the maximum class C IP to the maximum and the minimum class C IP. So if there is no maximum and minimum which are valid, okay. So let's load this as an init script and see how it's done and how can we benefit from it. So I go to enable, and then I say config t, this is the config terminal, and then I say this is the command script, okay, scripting TCL init, and I give it the path of the file, okay, that has the script. Now I already uploaded the script, it's not there already, okay. You will have to upload it into the router, okay. I've made a copy into the router. So and I always prefer that you name it as TCL init.tcl, okay. So this way you know that it is the init script, okay, and you put all the scripts inside it, okay, and all the procedures inside it. So it will let us have a library of procedures, okay, readily made at any time, and I can execute them anytime I go into the TCL mode, okay, that's shell mode. So when I execute this, I press Ctrl Z and I quit the config mode, and then I go to the global mode here, okay, and I say TCL sh purely, okay, without anything, okay, and I say for example factorial of 6, so it will give me the value of factorial of 7, okay. I did not here, once I get into the TCL shell, I did not do any kind of source commands, I did not do anything of defining any procedure, just right on I'm executing the functions that are already there in the TCL init script. So and also if I quit, first of all let me do the mask ping, it's good to see something related to Cisco. So 192.168.122 dot no, without the dot, and say from 1 till 3, okay. So it made pings for 2 hosts and the third will not, okay. Of course this is our setup, I don't have a third IP. Now of course a third IP on the same network. Now if I press Ctrl Z and I type exit to exit the privileged mode, now I'm back into the non-privileged mode. So imagine that I entered again and I went again to TCL sh. I can still do factorial 6, okay, and factorial maybe 14, okay, and I can still do mask ping. Okay, so this is always kept for us anytime we want to go into TCL. We don't have to every time go and load the script, okay, using the source and is my script here like this .tcl, okay, if there is a file called myscript.tcl, okay. I don't have to always execute this every time I go into the TCL shell. It's already loaded for me once I get into the TCL shell. So how can I disable this file, okay, and this scripting mode? So I go to config T again sorry, and then no scripting TCL init. This is how I disable it. Like any Cisco command, they are always disabled by typing no at the or by prefixing the command with the no command, okay, and press enter. Now if I press Ctrl Z, I go to TCL sh and I try again to run the factorial 6. See, it's going to complain. So this is a proof that the no scripting TCL init mode is working, okay, and it has disabled the script file that I've mentioned earlier, okay. So make use of this as a library of commands that you might need in other scripts that you would do that you would use, okay. And thanks for watching.